everybody, good evening if you're joining me live, good morning if you're joining me on catch up or whatever. Anyway, okay, so welcome to Friends Pilates. This evening, as promised, we're going to focus on spinal stretching and mobility, but we're doing it from a slightly different, we're doing it a different way, not just standing all the time. We're doing it from a sort of a moving standpoint. We will give you also the choice of doing it stationary, and of course you can always do it seated for some of the stretches if it's uncomfortable on your back. Okay, anyway, let's start. Make sure you've got enough space. As usual, you've got your mat, you've got water, and you've got a window open, so you've got plenty of aeration, plenty of fresh air. All right, feet hip distance apart. Check your knee alignment. If you're using your band, you need to push out against your band. Shoulder blades back and down. And remember, 3 points of connection. So if you're looking, someone was looking at you from the side, ear level with the shoulder, hip, knee and ankle. So we want to get out of this position. Chin retracted. Okay, and then just to review, pelvic floor muscles first of all, just to activate your core. Breathing in through the nose, rib cage expanding. Breathing out through the mouth, rib cage closing. And holding all those abdominals in. That's what we're aiming to do. Don't worry if it takes you a while to achieve that on every exercise. So again, so pelvic floor, buttock muscles, breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, core muscles engaged. So you try and keep that position. Obviously, when we go into any movement, breathe in to prepare for an exercise, breathe out abdominals in as we go into the exercise or the movement. Okay, and again, knee alignment, particularly if you're using the bands, push out against your bands so you don't let the knees roll in. All right, so let's do our warm-up as usual. So feet hip distance apart, chin retracted, shoulder blades back and down, lifting up through the chest, lifting up through the top of the spine, so you're lengthening, and make sure you've got your neutral spine position, no overarching. Okay, up onto the balls of the feet, breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth, draw the abdominals in. So you're hinging the hips back, but you're not arching the back there. Draw the abdominals in, hinge the hips back. So you can do a half roll down, or you can do a full roll down if it's comfortable. Please work at your own level here. All right, so you've got your abdominals in. You're hinging your hips back. So you should feel just a warm up, gentle stretch in the back of the legs. And then just focus on relaxing the upper body. Relax the arms, head, neck and shoulders. And breathing in, breathing out, slowly coming up. Draw the abdominals in. Open the shoulder blades, feeling that stretch in the back. Tuck the chin in. So you're stretching up the back of the neck. And then all the way back up. Okay, again, lengthen through the top of the spine. Neutral spine position. Shoulder blades back and down. Up onto the balls of the feet, breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth, heels back down, hinge the hips back, tuck the chin in, open the shoulder blades. Okay, so half roll down, full roll down, whatever works for you, whatever's comfortable. Keep the abdominals contracted if you can. Feel a stretch in the back of the legs and just relax the arms, head, neck and shoulders, and give the body a chance just to stretch out a little bit. And breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in. Slowly roll up, tuck the chin in. So we're getting a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Leaving the head to the last. Good, and all the way back. All right, so be mindful of that posture. Position, chin retracted, open the chest, shoulder blades engaged, neutral spine position, and knees level with second or third toe. So try and maintain that position now as we do our warm-ups. So breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, relax the arms and just get those shoulder joints moving. So forwards up and then take the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulder blades together without arching the back. But as you do that, draw those abdominals in so you're feeling all those core muscles working. Okay, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, relax the arms, just get those shoulder joints moving, breathing in and out. Good. All right, and then one after the other, keeping your upper body posture in place. So don't try and forget about that and start doing your shoulder rolls like that. Lifting up, shoulder blades back and down, and then moving your shoulder joints from there. One after the other. You can let the upper body move here, but try and keep the hips facing the front. If it feels at all uncomfortable on your lower back in any of these standing exercises, bend the knees a little bit more, take the legs a little bit wider, and tuck the pelvis under a little bit. That will help you. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, so one hand on the shoulder. So we're starting off with our upper back mobility, if you like, and next I want you to follow the hand up, take it with you all the way back and down. Try as much as possible to keep your feet, knees and hips facing the front. If you find you're twisting and it's hurting your back, again, just bend the knees a little bit more, tuck the hips under, just to help you get that movement there. Okay, and the other side, breathing in, and I want you to follow the elbow. So look up and over. So we're working on that, the neck as well, the upper back, spinal mobility. Breathing in, breathing out, looking over. Good, breathing in and out, then both together. Try not to hunch the shoulders, elbows up, all the way back. And as you do this, I want you to lift the chest. So you're really stretching the spine. Breathing in, breathing out. There and back. You can lift the chin a little bit just to help with that stretch. Okay, so just one arm at a time now. Have the hands down by the side of you, shoulders down. Remember, anytime we raise the arm in Pilates, we lead with the hand. So try not to hunch the shoulder. So breathe in, breathe out, engage the core. Raise the hand, take the arm back slightly behind you. Then you're going to reach the hand up towards the ceiling. Follow the hand, and I want you to feel the stretch from your shoulder blade, from your back. If you have the arm too far forwards, okay, the stretch comes from here. We want to make sure it comes from there, from our upper back, from our shoulder blade. Good, and back down. Same thing the other side. Core muscles engaged, breathing in. Raise the hand, follow the hand. Take the arm slightly behind you and then reach up there towards the ceiling. Draw the abdominals in and back. All right, a couple more of those. Breathing in, breathing out, stretching up. Follow the hand. So you're lengthening through the spine, breathing in, breathing out, stretching up. Good. All right, now we're going diagonally. So start the arm across. Take it across, follow the hand, take it behind you. Good, and back. And again, breathing in, breathing out, up and over, lifting that chest. We'll do 4 on this side. Follow the hand, up and over. Try and keep the feet, knees, hips facing the front as much as possible. And then we'll go the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, up and over. Follow the hand. Breathing in, breathing out, up and over. Lifting that chest, shoulder blades back and down. No hunching, stretching. Back, how many is that? One more, I think. Breathing in, breathing out, stretching back. Good, now this time we're going to go all the way round. So up, all the way round behind you. And again, breathing in, breathing out, all the way back. Good, and now both arms. Remember, keep the shoulders down, raise the hands, elbows back, and reach up from there. And then stretch one arm up a little bit more. Keep the elbows back, stretching up from the shoulder blades. Look up towards your hands as well. Good, and then all the way back. And arms behind you. Good, shrug the shoulders and relax the shoulders down. So breathing in, breathing out, shoulders down, keeping the arms slightly behind you so you feel this in your shoulder blades, in your back. Breathing in, breathing out. Then we're just going to take it a little bit to the side, bend the knees a little bit more if you need to. So it's the hand that leads this movement, then the arm, then the shoulder, but the movement is coming from your shoulder blade. Same thing, so try not to do it like this. Arms behind you and stretch and follow the hand. Breathing in, breathing out, stretching, stretching. Remember, you breathe in to prepare, breathing out. This is where you draw the abdominals in as well. Breathing in, breathing out, stretching, stretching. There. And there, good, and relax. All right, so arms relaxed but slightly behind you. Breathe in, breathe out, core muscles engaged. Now we're just going to work on relaxing and mobility in the head and the neck. So I want you to relax the chin forwards, Don't push the head forwards, just relax it a little bit and draw the chin back and down. Breathing in, breathing out, chin back and down. Feel that stretch in the back of the neck. Breathing in, breathing out. Now from there, keep the chin retracted. Lift the chin slightly. Breathe in. Now breathe out. Bring the head forwards, chin to the chest without the shoulders moving forwards. And just feel that nice stretch in the back of the neck. Breathing in, breathing out. Abdominals in, head forwards, shoulders down. Good. Breathing in, breathing out, head down. Just the head and neck moving if possible. Back to the center, chin retracted. Breathe in, breathing out. Core muscles. Now I want you to think of the jaw going up towards the ceiling. This shoulder is lengthened away. And the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, chin up, shoulder down, so you feel that lovely stretch in the neck. Nice and slowly, breathing in, breathing out. Remember, when you breathe out, you're drawing your core muscles in, particularly if you've got the activation band, push out against your band. Good, back to the center. Feet, knees, hips and shoulders facing the front. Chin retracted, breathing in, breathe out, abdominals in, and just turn the head to the side. Look over your shoulder as far as it's comfortable, but I want you to look up slightly, like we did before with that previous exercise. And then from there, breathe in, breathing out. You're going to roll the head forwards, semicircle. Brush the chin to the chest if you can get there. And the other side. Look over the shoulder without the shoulders moving, without the other shoulder moving. Lifting the head up and back. Breathing in, breathing out. Obviously, as with anything we do in the class, work at your own level. If something doesn't feel right, and don't push it beyond the bounds of what's comfortable for you. Back, good, and back to the center. Good, so chin retracted, relax the ear to the shoulder and add your arm in. Breathing in, breathing out, up and across. Shoulder down. Good, and the other side. Breathing in, breathing out, up and over, shoulder down. Good, and then hands behind the head, chin retracted, breathing in, breathing out, and then bring that head forwards, chin to the chest. And slowly come back up. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to go into our inner thigh, front of the thigh stretches. So I want you to take your legs a little bit wider, or as far as it's comfortable for you. Turn the feet out slightly. So remember, when you bend the knee, make sure it's level with the second or third toe, and it doesn't come further forwards than the end of the foot. And again, we need to hinge the hips back like we did with that roll down, keeping the shoulder blades engaged when we go into the stretch. So I'm going to do it sideways on, breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, shoulder blades, chin, and we're going back into that position. If you find it difficult to keep the shoulders there, take the arms behind you and we can do it like that. All right, so you're keeping your shoulder blades back and down, and that gives you your lower back, particularly gives you that support. If you're joining me from one of my more challenging classes, of course, you can always use your weights, your stretchy band, or the board. It's up to you. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm just showing you the basic version. Today, this class is advertised as sort of easier options, so I'll give you all the different options you can do. Breathing in, breathing out, chin retracted, shoulder blades back and down. Keep that knee level with the second or third toe, and don't let it go further forwards. Hinge the hips back. Good, we're going to hold it one side. Okay, remember, this has got to be good for you. We're trying to feel the stretch in the inner thigh here, and progressively improve that. So only take the legs wide enough as far as it's comfortable for you. You can feel that stretch. If you want to stretch a little bit more, turn the feet out a little bit more, legs a bit wider, and sink your hips back. Okay, bring the feet back in, and we'll go the other way. Sink the hips back, turn the feet out, turn the leg out, breathing in, breathing out, and a little bit more of a stretch there. Still keeping your upper body posture there. Good, and relax. Okay, we're going into our hip flexor stretch. So again, you can use light weights if you're joining me from a more challenging class. You can use your stretchy band here. Or we can just use the ball, which I'm going to use today, because I've done quite a few classes this week, as you can imagine. Anyway, beside the point. Right, so we're going to switch to the side. So this is our hip flexor stretch, okay, which is very, very important for low back care, low back strength. It lengthens from here all the way up here, through the spine, into the abdominals, and it stops this happening, because we're so much like this these days. We get quite tight here, so we need to lengthen that up. So this comes from what we call our hip flexor. So bend the knees, tip the pelvis under, try and activate that hip flexor. Make sure your knee's not rolling in. So how big a step you take is up to you. If it's uncomfortable at all, you can just take a little step. You can still get that stretch, or we can take a bigger lunge forward, and you can go down a little bit lower. Tip the pelvis under, as long as your hip doesn't go below your knee. Push the leg out, so again you've got your crate knee alignment. Okay, arms up in the air, elbows back level with the ears, breathing in, breathing out. Draw the abdominals in, tip the pelvis under. Now stretch the spine up, and look up towards the hands as well. Really stretching, and you're going up and over. Whoops, with balance. Up and over to the side, and back, breathing in, breathing out, up and over the other way. That's it. Back to the centre. Okay, now you can lift the head up and back, not when we go over to the side. Lift the chest, up and back slightly, draw the abdominals in, tip the pelvis under, and really stretch the arms up to the ceiling, looking at your hands, so you get that lovely stretch there through the spine and into the back. All right, swap sides, we're going the other way. So big lunge, little lunge, up to you, work at your own level. Go down a little way, a bit further if you want to. Tip the pelvis under, feeling that stretch in your hip flexor. Okay, arms up in the air, breathing in, breathing out, stretching up from your shoulder blades, from your rib cage, up and over. Tip the pelvis under, draw the abdominals in. Good, and back. And the other side, breathing in, breathing out. Good, and back, stretching up. Now this time look up at the hands, stretching up and back, draw the abdominals in, and really stretch through the spine there. Great, fantastic. Okay, so pop your ball down, or weights, or band, and then we're just going to do our general front of the thigh stretch. So grab your foot, or ankle if you can, knees level, breathing in, breathing out, tip the pelvis under. If you find it difficult, the stretch difficult, and you have a band, okay, you can always do the stretch like this if you find it difficult to hold your foot. All right, so breathing in, breathing out, tip the pelvis under. So posture again, chin back, shoulder blades back and down, and tip the pelvis under as you feel that stretch there. Good, other side. Breathing in, breathing out. Tip the pelvis under. Breathing in, breathing out. Posture, chin retracted. Remember, if you can balance, take the hand off the wall, hold your foot with both hands. Good. Excellent. And relax. Okay, so for our next section, this is where we're going to add in our spinal mobility or spinal rotation with our squatting section. We're not going to do squats today, and we're going to do lunges. So again, similar thing to how we just did with our hip flexor stretch. You can take a very tiny squat. It's up to you, depending on what your knees are like, what your hips are like, what you're able to do. So we can take a tiny squat, down and back, there, down and back. Or we can take a bigger squat, lunge, step, squat and back. Make sure the knees don't roll in. So step, squat, don't worry, we're doing it quite slowly because it's Pilates. Back nice and straight. Step, squat, good, and back. We're going to add some arms in a minute, just showing you the technique here. And if it's completely too much to do any type of forward lunge, it really doesn't work for you, we can do what we're going to do with our rotation. You can do it standing, or you can even do it seated if it's a problem for you. Okay, so I like to teach mixed level classes, give you a different option, so you can add that in. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do we're going to take the arms across. Like that's like, I call it like a Cossack. Okay, so the arm movement is going to go this way. You take the head with you, breathing in, breathing out. But we're going to do that from the forward lunge. Now, what you've got to be careful here is that when you do this, you don't pull your lower back. Try and keep the hips facing the front. It's the chest, keep the shoulder blades back and down. It's the chest that moves. So don't force your body to go round too far. You've got to work with your own level. I mean, it might even be better for you to have the arms slightly apart. Okay, so here we go. So arms here. So we're going to step, squat. Again, this works on your balance as well. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. One more each side. So follow the elbow when it's going back. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing out, good, and back. Swap legs, other leg. Step, squat, abdominals in. Okay. Follow the elbow. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, and back. This works on your balance, as you can see. I'm quite wobbly. I'm trying to talk, that's why. There. Good, and back. So if you are very wobbly, please hold on. I'll take a smaller step. Okay, so the next movement, we're going to have the hands behind the ears, fingertips behind the ears. It's this sort of action. Again, if it's too much, bring the arms down a bit lower. It's entirely up to you. You work at your own level. Okay, chin retracted, so we're in this position. Okay, so we take a forward lunge. Remember to do it nice and slowly. You've got to step, stop, so that knee doesn't go too far forwards, and then we're going to squat down. Shoulder blades back and down. Fingertips behind the ears, elbows back, and then from there, breathing in, breathing out. We're going to move the chest and back, breathing in, breathing out. So just let the head go with you. Again, make sure it's this part of your body that's moving and you're not pulling from your back. There. So breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Engage the core, and then we're going side to side, breathing in, breathing out. Good, back, and then we'll do the same thing on the other leg. There, squat. Make sure that knee isn't any further forward than the end of the toe. Elbows back, breathing in, breathe out, abdominals in, and then turn the upper body. Try not to pull from your back. It's the chest and your shoulder blades moving here, and try not to let the elbow come forwards. Breathing in, breathing out, there, and back. And the advantage also of these standing exercises, not only is it working, we come back, not only is it working your spinal mobility and your balance, it's also working your abdominals because of that action. If you're drawing the abdominals in, we're getting an abdominal workout as well. So it's all good, and you're not having to do hundreds of sit-ups. Okay, so same position here, lunge, squat, and then from here, okay, we're taking one elbow up and the other one down, keeping the elbows behind you, breathing in, breathing out. Now abdominals in, so again you're going to be feeling your abdominals working here. If you're a bit wobbly, please hold on. Up and over the other way, elbow up, breathing in, breathing out. Abdominals in. If you're just joining me, I've given you the option to do these exercises without the forward lunge, or you can do it seated on the chair. It's up to you. Other side, there, good, elbows back, breathing in, breathing out, up and over. Abdominals in, breathing in, breathing out. Good, and back. Okay, so just to finish off this section, I thought we'd do some standing abdominals as well. So it's as if you're on the floor, you know, and you do sort of this exercise, but we're going to take it a little bit further. One hand behind the head. You're going to take one leg out behind you. From there, breathe in, breathing out. So you're going to bring the elbow towards the knee. Now, what I don't want you to do is let the upper body collapse. So we need to bring the knee up to the elbow and take it back. I'll do it sideways on. So breathe in. Now remember, draw the abdominals in as you come. There, there, and back. Try not to let this happen because the strain will go into your low back. So keep the shoulder blades back and down, and then just extend. There, there. Speed it up a little bit if you want to. Breathing in, breathing out. There, abdominals, there. Back, we'll do it this way. We haven't swapped legs yet. Breathing in, breathing out. There, abdominals. You should feel this working your abdominals, as well as upper body posture. Other side. And of course your balance. Okay, breathing in, breathing out. Bring the knee up, elbow down, there and away. There. And if you're using the activation band, of course, you're working doubly hard. There and back. Breathing in, breathing out. Speed it up a little bit if you want to. There, back, there, back, there and back. Okay, that's the end of that section. Okay, back onto your mat. Arms out in front, and we're just going to stretch out from there. So interlace the fingers, open the shoulder blades, reaching forwards, tuck the head in, and then I want you to stretch one arm a little bit further, in fact a lot further. Breathe in, breathe out abdominals, and stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, stretch there, stretch there. Good, and then both hands interlinked, turn the hands inside out, stretching forwards and up. So if possible, you want your elbows level with the ears. To achieve that, you may have to bend the elbows a little bit. Breathe in, breathe out, abdominals in. So stretching up. Remember, the stretch comes from here, your ribcage, from your shoulder blades. Look up towards the hands as well. Lift the head up a little bit. And so we're getting a nice stretch there through your spine. And then we're going over into our side bend. So breathe in, breathe out, stretching up. Again, as we did just now, try not to pull from the lower back when you're doing this. You're lifting your chest, lifting your rib cage up and over. Draw the abdominals in at this point and stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, up and over, there and back. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, back of the arm stretch. So take the hand behind you, hand on top of the elbow, and just stretch that elbow across and hand down your back. Breathing in, breathing out, and stretch there. And the other side, breathing in, breathing out, stretch. Good. Okay, so we're going to go into our shoulder stretches, deep shoulder stretches. Again, different levels for this one. The deep shoulder stretch goes like this. We take the right arm over the left, so we're locking the elbows. If you're not able to do that just yet, don't worry, just take the arm across, have the other arm on there, and you can do your stretch like that. Keep the feet, knees and hips facing the front, and you turn the head the other way. So that's your basic stretch. Okay, if you're able to, for our deeper stretches, we're going to start off one arm across, lock the elbows, try and clasp the hands together. Good, push the elbows away from you, open the shoulder blades, so it gives you that really good stretch in the upper back. Breathing in, breathing out, move the chest, turn the arms to the side. Now turn the head the other way. It's giving you a nice stretch in the neck as well as your back and shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out, and the other way. Good, back, breathing in, breathing out. There, and back. Good, elbows away. Breathe in, breathe out, and then try and extend just the forearms further forwards, opening the shoulder blades. Good, all right, and relax. Now we're going to do that on the other side. So left over right. Again, push the elbows away, open the shoulder blades, breathing in, breathing out. Turn the chest, turn the arms, head goes the other way. Good, and back, breathing in, breathing out, stretching. Good, breathing in, breathing out. Back to the centre, elbows away, and extend the forearms further forwards. Good, all right, take the arms the other way. Again, interlace the fingers if you can. Bend the knees a little bit. Open the chest, open the shoulders, stretch the arms down. Breathing in, breathing out. Take them away from you. Take them up as high as you can. Now at the same time, lift that chest up and back, and then look up a little bit. Don't throw the head back, just extending the spine and the neck there. Breathing in, breathing out, stretching, abdominals in, open the chest, open the shoulders, stretching up there. Good. Okay, fantastic. Right, we're going to go down onto our mats now, so it's up to you if you want to take the shoes off. for this section. Shoes and socks, up to you. And again, as always, work at your own level. So I have advertised this class as easier options, so that's what it is. And options, as always, to work harder if you want to. Okay, so rolling down like we did in the beginning, but this time we're going to hold those stretches a little bit longer. So as before, half roll down or full roll down, breathing in, up onto the toes, breathing out, draw the abdominals in, hinge the hips back, tuck the chin in, open the shoulder blades so you can hold it in this position if it's uncomfortable to go all the way down. Now you're going to hold this position, either hold the mat if you're already there or hold somewhere on the legs that's comfortable. Now keep an eye on your knees, make sure they're not rolling in. Knees should be level with second or third toe, hinge the hips back. Okay, bend your knees very slightly, breathing in, breathe out, draw the abdominals in, hinge the hips back until you can feel a really good stretch there in the back of the legs. So we're going for our deeper stretches now. So you hold it a little bit longer. And you should find your hands getting closer towards the mat. You'll feel the thighs, the calves, your low back and your buttocks as well, just lengthening, stretching out as you do this stretch. Again, don't force it, let your body relax into the stretch. And then we're going to bend one knee, straighten the other. Breathing in, breathing out, hinge the hips back. Good. If it's uncomfortable at all to hold this position, as I said, you can always do it from this position, like a half roll down. Same stretches, up to you. Breathe in, breathe out, hinge that hip back, stretching. Draw the abdominals in as you go into that stretch. There. Good. Okay, so take the left leg out in front of you. We're just going to do a deeper stretch on that leg. Flex the toes back. This gives you a deeper stretch in the calf as well as the rest of the leg. Hinge the hip back. If you can reach, hold the end of the toe. Don't worry if you can't. Stretch the toes back. Hope you can feel a deeper stretch there. And turn the foot inwards and outwards. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, and then the other one. Stretch the toes back and move that leg forwards and backwards. Great. Okay, so we're going to walk our hands forward into our downward dog stretch, and then we're going into our plank routine. Again, work at your own level. If you're not able to do plank just yet, come down onto your knees plank version, or the Superman exercise, which I will go through with you. Okay, so we're coming forwards into a downward dog stretch if you're able to. Remember, if it's too much, you can always bring your knees onto the mat, and we can do it from that position. Okay, so stretch the arms back, stretch the hips up in the air, draw the abdominals in and try and get the heels down towards the mat. So really enjoy that stretch in the spine. Stretch, hips back, shoulder blades back and down, heels down towards the mat. Come up onto the toes and stretch back. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we're going to do it again, alternating. So come up onto the balls of the feet and then bend one, straighten the other. Followed by that stretch in the spine. Stretching the spine back. Breathing in, breathing out. There and there. Okay, so we're going to come forwards now into our plank. As I said, this gradually builds up our core strength and our upper body strength. If you're not able to hold that position, you can bring your knees onto the mat. I like to use these grips. It keeps the wrist straighter. You can roll the mat up if you need to. Up to you. So work at your own level. So that what we're doing is this. We're going downward dog and then coming forwards into our plank. So this is plank. So elbows are sort of level with the shoulders. Try not to drop the hips down too low. Okay, now if you can't do it, if you're finding it too much on the arms, you don't have to come quite so far forwards. You can do it to that position rather than all the way forwards, right? Just draw the abdominals in. That's the important thing. And as I said, you can do it on the knees or hook the feet up behind you. Same thing, because we're just working on building up our upper body strength. And if that's still too much, okay, we can go back into as Superman exercise. Breathing in, breathing out, stretching. There, and back. So that gives you a few different options there. Please choose your own level. Abdominals in, coming forward, shoulder blades back and down if you're able to. Breathing in, breathing out. As I said, knees on the mat if you prefer. Heels up behind, or just go into your Superman exercise. Breathing in, breathing out. Lengthen and stretch, working at your own level. Good, okay, and relax. Sit back on your heels, arms stretched out in front of you. Take the knees slightly apart. And we're going to stretch back. Sit back onto your heels if you can, and relax the arms in front of you. Don't worry if you're not able to get this position. Just work on that. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, and into your child's pose stretch. If you take the knees slightly wider, it opens up the hips and back a little bit more. So it's up to you if you want to do that one. Only do it if it's comfortable. And then we're going to go into our deeper stretch. So again, this is for spinal mobility, strength. Take one arm across, take the other hand over, stretch the arms out, breathe in, breathe out, and sink the hips back. Hold that stretch. Good, back to the other way, left arm out, right arm over left. Stretch the arms away, breathe in, breathe out, and sink the hips back. Good, back to the centre. Stretch both arms away from you, sink the hips back. Then if you can, come down into your child's pose stretch. If you're not able to, please just rest your head on your hands or your ball, whatever's comfortable for you. But this is a great stretch for your low back. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. So it's good for spinal flexibility, stretching out the spine if you're a bit compressed there. Really good one to do. All right, come back up. So we're going to go into our cat stretch. Again, this works on our spinal mobility. So I want you to today we're going to do it really slowly and focus on lengthening the spine. All right, breathing in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth, tuck the chin under, open the shoulder blades, close that rib cage, really focus on rounding the upper back. And then breathe in, breathe out, lift the chest. Draw the shoulder blades back and down, abdominals in, don't arch the back too much. But I want you to really lift the chest, lengthen through the spine. You can lift the head, but don't throw it back. Chin back a little bit, breathing in, breathing out, and again, rounding, breathing in, breathing out, stretching. Maybe you're drawing the abdominals in at this point. So we're working core muscles, we're strengthening the muscles around the spine, as well as working on the flexibility. Breathing in, breathing out. There. Back to the centre, knees back together. So lift the feet off, take them out to the side, place them back on the floor, and turn the head towards the feet. Good, coming back, breathing in, breathing out the other way. So again, this just opens up the hips, opens up the spine a little bit more, works on that spinal mobility, the upper body, and also stretches out the neck. That's it. Breathing in, breathing out. Good, all right, fantastic. Okay, roll over. And then we're going to go into our rolling down and our shoulder bridge, which are both great exercises for spinal mobility, loosening up the spine, back strength, of course, pelvis, and everything else. Now we really need to work at our own level with this one. So first of all, we can do it with the hands under the thighs. So feet hip distance apart, breathing in, breathing out. Close that rib cage, open the shoulder blades like we did just now in that cat stretch. Hands underneath the thighs if you want to. If you need that support, tip the pelvis under as you go back. Breathe in, breathe out, abdominals, squeeze the buttock muscles, and come back up. So work on that movement. If you feel it's strong enough, you can take the hands away. I'm going to give you lots of different options here. Coming up, and then you can go further and further down as long as your back will allow. If you're finding it a bit frustrating, you can't get all the way down, add in your band here, wind the band up a bit, and that gives you a little bit of strength. So you can work on that, you can train the muscles, okay, that are needed to go down a little bit further. Breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, squeeze the bicep muscles, and come back up. Okay, it's up to you. You can use your light weights here, you can use the ball here. Okay, so working at your own level. If you want to bring the band down a bit lower, that helps to support you, and then rounding, squeezing as you come back up. And then if you feel you can go down a bit further and come back up without straining, okay, you can do that. Eventually, you might be able to get all the way back down. If you can, stretch the arms up, breathing in, breathing out, and curling back up. Breathing in, breathing out, rolling back. Now I'm going to give you a different option in a minute of using the roller. Some of my clients like to do this on the roller, so it really does help with your spinal mobility. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to add in here, when we get down, we're going to add in our shoulder bridge. Arms back, and then stretching that spine down. Now, if you're not able to get down on the floor, when you get to this position, just place the hands on the mat, roll back down. Okay, and then we're going to go into our shoulder bridge. So breathing in, breathing out, abdominals, squeeze the buttock muscles, tip the pelvis up, one vertebra at a time. Just push the hips up until you feel a stretch. Arms back, really big stretch with the arms, keep them there on the mat, and you're rolling that spine down, one vertebra at a time. And again, breathing in, breathing out, squeeze the buttock muscles, curl the hips up, arms back, stretch the arms out along the floor, tuck the chin in, and roll the spine back down. Really feel that stretch in the spine. Good, breathing in, breathing out one more time. All the way back down. So work at your own level. So we're going to come back up. If you weren't able to go down without the hands, just place the hands on the floor and coming up. So we're continuing with that pattern. Again, the rolling down, do 4 times, roll back and do your shoulder bridge 4 times. Now if you want to work a little bit more, if you like, on that spinal mobility and strengthening, you can use the roller. I know some of my clients have got it. So if you're starting out, not so much to use it then, but if you're joining me and when you've been with me for a long time, okay, you may want to add this in on the roller. So breathing in, breathing out, it's the same thing, makes it a little bit more challenging. You're going to work more core muscles because it's causing you to wobble. Okay, that is the idea. Breathing in, breathing out, still tip the pelvis under, squeeze the bicep muscles as you come back up, breathing in, breathing out, and then all the way back. Good, and then we're going to go into our shoulder bridge, breathing in, breathing out. This is where it's very good to press your spine into the mat, curling up, tuck the chin in, arms back, and then this is really good for your spine. Good, and again, breathing in, breathing out, curling up, tip the pelvis under, arms back, slowly roll that spine back down. Good, come back up, and again, just into that rolling down. So whichever level you're doing, I just wanted to show you that. I know some of my clients like to use these rollers. That's quite good. Okay, so one more. Take it down. There, use the hands if you want to. 2 more. Breathing in, breathing out. Back, opening up that spine, reaching up. And we're going to stay down this time. So if you're not able to go back. And then we're going into our shoulder bridge, buttock muscles, tummy, curling up, one vertebra at a time, arms back, really stretching, one vertebra at a time, stretching these arms the other way. Good, breathing in, breathing out, curling up, good, and back, and slowly rolling down. Excellent. All right, knees into the chest, nice deep breath in and out. And I just want you to circle the hips around one way and the other way. Good. And then we're going into our spine stretch. So arms out to the side, breathing in, breathing out. Take the legs one way, head goes the other way. Again, nice and slowly, working on your spinal flexibility. There, breathing in, breathing out. There, and back. Breathing in and out. Good. All right, and bring the feet back onto the floor, onto the mat. Take the legs a little bit wider, and we're going to do the same stretch. So again, this works on your spinal mobility, opens up your hip and your spine a little bit more. So it's the same stretch as we just did, with the legs a little bit wider. We're getting more of a stretch there in your back and your hips. Okay, great. So we're going to go into opposite arm and opposite leg, or swimming as it's sometimes called. Remember, it's important to keep the neutral spine position. Push your spine into the mat, opposite arm and opposite leg. And when you get to the floor, you want to stretch the leg, stretch the arm, draw the abdominals in. Good, and back. Breathing in, breathing out, lengthening, point the toe, flex the foot. Remember, when you take the arm back, try not to hunch the shoulder blade, press it into the mat and stretching. Draw the abdominals in, breathing in, breathing out, both arms back. There. So please work at your own level. Remember, this is your basic level. If you're not able to keep your spine in the neutral position, okay, you can keep the hands on the mat. Maybe just slide one leg forward and not all the way. So work at your own level, stretching, lengthening, and then of course working up to your different levels. You've got tabletop level there, with or without the arms. Breathing in, breathing out, extending the legs. Again, it all depends on how or if you're able to keep that neutral spine position and you're challenging the abdominals a little bit more to keep that neutral spine position by working a little bit harder there with the legs. So it's up to you, with or without the arms. Both arms back, one arm back, stretch and lengthen. Remember, today we're focusing on spinal stretching, so really stretch out, point the toe, flex the foot, and come up into your different levels if you want to. Okay, tabletop, there, and back, there, and back. Good. Okay, so what we're going to do today as well, we're going to do some oblique curls, okay, because again, this works the abdominals and it works on spinal mobility. If it's uncomfortable on your neck, cross the hands behind like this and just relax your head into your arms. That should enable you to be able to do this exercise without straining the neck. Okay, but if it is uncomfortable, you can't find a comfortable position, obviously don't do it. You can do what we're going to do, like bringing the knee up as well. So it's up to you. So here we go. So hands behind the head, cross the hands behind if it's comfortable, and make sure when you curl up, you're leading with your chest. Draw those abdominals in. So we do it with the feet on the floor first. Breathe in, breathe out, abdominals. Lead with the chest. Relax your head back into your arms. Breathing in, breathing out there. Okay, so when you curl across, if you squeeze the buttock muscle on that side, okay, you're going to feel those abdominals on the obliques working there a little bit more. Okay, so if you don't want to lift the head off, what you can do, instead of curling across, you can bring the knee up. There, breathing in, breathing out. Squeeze the buttock muscle as well. Okay, and you're still working those oblique muscles. So work at your own level, breathing in, breathing out. Bring that leg up anyway. There, there, breathe in, breathing out. So shoulder comes towards the opposite knee and draw those abdominals in. There we go. Breathing in, breathing out. This is like basic level. Please work at your own level. There, there. You can do it in this position. So both feet up in tabletop. So I'm taking you up through your different levels. Please work at your own level, breathing in, breathing out. Good. there. And then if you're able to, we can go into our cycling. Again, you don't have to bring the head off to do this one. You can just do this action. If you find your back arching, just take the legs a little bit higher. Okay, otherwise we can curl across into our cycling. There, side to side. So I'm ramping it up a little bit for those who want to. Please work at your own level. As I said, you don't have to lift the head off the floor. With this one, you can keep the legs a little bit higher to make it less challenging. The most important thing is that you keep your spine in the neutral position. Speed it up a little bit if you want to. Good. All right. And relax. Knees into the chest. Again, circle the hips round. One way and the other way. And you're going to take the hands in between the legs. Grab your ankles. Draw the feet in towards you. Turn the knees out to the side. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. And hold that there. All right. Bring the hands down by your side. And I just want you to roll your head side to side. Nice and relaxed. Okay, now we're going into our low back stretch. So if you're using the band, take that away. So low back stretch first, and then we're going to go into our final stretches and relaxation. I'm just going to pop some music on here so we can relax. So just give me a second. I'm hoping that's going to work. There we are. Just some nice background relaxing music. Okay, so we're going to go into our low back stretch first. Okay, stretch both legs out on the mat. Take both arms up. Now remember, as always, try not to hunch the shoulders. Raise the hands. Take the arms back. Now stretch the arms from your shoulder blades. No hunching. Tuck the chin in. Stretch the legs. Point the toes. Flex the feet. Breathe in and breathe out. Grab the back of the thigh. Draw the leg in as far as it's comfortable, and then press your lower back into the mat. So you're coming out of your neutral spine position actually by pressing that low back into the floor a little bit more. Hold it for at least 10 seconds to give your low back a stretch out. All right, stretch out again. Arms, legs, point the toes, flex the feet. Bring the right leg in. Press your lower back into the mat. Feel that stretch there. Hold it for at least 10 seconds, breathing normally. Hold it longer if you want to. Good, and again, stretching out. Bring that leg in. Press your lower back towards the mat. Feel that stretch in your low back. Last one, breathing in, breathing out, stretching. Right. Okay, so we're going into our final stretches now and relaxation. So you either want your stretchy band or your activation band, and you're going to wrap the band sort of like to middle to the end of the foot. There. All right, right leg out if you can. Remember, it's important to keep your neutral spine position. So if you're not able to keep your neutral spine position, this leg needs to stay slightly bent. So work on that. Good. All right, now use the band to stretch the legs. If you're using a stretchy band, wind it up a little bit more if you want to. If you haven't got a band, you can always just hold the leg. It's not a problem. Point the toes, flex the feet. Breathing in as you point, breathing out as you flex. And then work on that, straightening the leg a little bit more. Draw the leg back a bit further. As the weeks go on, I'm not saying do it all today, but just working on that flexibility. Point and flex. So you're really feeling a deep stretch there in the back of the leg. Okay, hold the band in one hand. Keep the foot flexed. And you're going to take your left leg over to the right leg over to the left, depending on what side you're on. Keep the foot flexed. And then move that leg forwards and backwards. And you'll feel a very deep stretch in the buttock muscle in the outer thigh. Good, bring the leg back. Swap hands. I'm just going to move myself over a little bit so I don't hit the furniture. Okay, this time we're going to take the leg out to the side, but at the same time turn the leg outwards as well. So you're getting that stretch in the inner thigh, and then move that leg forwards and backwards. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. All right, bring the leg back. So we're swapping legs now. So wrap the band around middle to the end of the other leg. Other leg out on the mat, as long as you can keep your neutral spine position. Point the toes, breathing in, flex the foot, breathing out. And again, working on that flexibility. Use the band to help you with that. Wind the band up a little bit more if you need to, if you're using a stretchy band. Good. Making sure the hips don't lift off the mat. Keep the hips on the mat. Point and flex. Okay, we're going to hold the band in one hand. Take the leg across. Keep the foot flexed. Take the leg across as far as it's comfortable. And then you're going to move that leg forwards and backwards. Again, your deeper stretch there. Good. All right, swap hands and take the leg out to the side, as well as taking the leg out to the side. Turn the leg outwards as well, so you're getting that inner thigh stretch. And this time your pelvis stays on the mat if you can. And move that leg forwards and backwards. Good. All right, bring the leg back. So we're going to finish off with our hip stretch. Okay, so left foot on the bent right knee. Turn the leg out to the side. Keep the pelvis level, neutral spine position. Take the leg out just to the point where you feel a good stretch in the hip. Good. Other side. Breathing in, breathing out. Make sure you're not letting the hips twist. Great. Okay, good. So we're going into our relaxation now. So you can stay in this position if you want to, or you can roll over into that child's pose stretch we did earlier. Good. So it's up to you. If you're on your back here, you can have your knees bent like this, legs straight, knees apart. Up to you, hands across your chest by your side, doesn't matter, just find a position you can relax in and just work on absolutely no tension anywhere in the body. So like relax the neck first, relax the shoulders, relax the arms, relax your back, relax your legs, so you've got no tension anywhere in the body. Okay, so we're going to add in our Pilates breathing. So we've got deep breath in through the nose and long slow breath out through the mouth. And remember adding in our rib cage breathing or thoracic breathing. So as we take a deep breath in through the nose, rib cage expanding sideways slightly and rib cage closing as we take a long slow breath out through the mouth. Good. Breathing in through the nose, rib cage expanding. And this time try and hold the breaths for a couple of seconds and then breathe out through the mouth, rib cage closing again, holding it for a couple of seconds. Okay, so repeat that sequence in your own time, taking as long as you want, and then trying to work on holding those breaths a little bit longer. Alright, so your breathing slows down and your body naturally gets into a state of relaxation. So focusing on relaxing the whole body. Deep breath in through the nose, long slow breath out through the mouth. Rise and fall of the rib cage. And then holding those breaths a little bit longer. I'm going to slowly come back up. You can always stay down a bit longer if you want to. If you're doing this at home later, roll back over and come up into, I should do this way around, you can see me, into your all fours position, and again into that cat stretch, rounding the shoulder blades. Tuck the hips under, head under, breathing in, breathing out, lift the chest. Stretch the neck a little bit, shoulder blades back and down, lengthening through the spine, draw the abdominals in. At this point, breathing in, breathing out, rounding the shoulder blades, stretching. Alright, slowly come back up, so downward dog stretch. First, stretch back from your hands, stretch back from your arms, shoulder blades back and down, hips up in the air, and try and stretch the heels down towards the mat. There, and just bend and straighten, alternate knees, working again on those legs, back of the legs, stretching. All right, bend the knees a little bit, abdominals in, and walk the hands back up towards the feet, breathing in, breathing out, tuck the chin under, rolling all the way back up. Leave the head to last. Good, so you're coming back up to our start position. Posture check, knees, hips, neutral spine position. Breathing in and out, shoulders forwards, up, back and down. And then stretching up, both arms up. Reach the hands up towards the ceiling, look up towards the hands, lift the chest, shoulder blades back and down. And then cross the hands behind the head. Tuck the chin in, head forwards. And slowly come back up. Brilliant, well done. So I hope you enjoyed that today. So today's focus really was on spinal mobility, spinal flexibility. So I hope you enjoyed that. We did it standing, we did it lying down as well. If you have any questions, please leave me a message and I'll get back to you. Okay, see you at the next one. Thank you.